Daily news, everyday news, breaking news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Remember guys to like, share and comment and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our new uploads that we do upload here on this channel each and every day, each and every hour. Remember guys to take social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, Prince Miller Entertainment, Facebook group Prince Miller Entertainment TV. We are also available on Twitter as P Miller ENT. Follow us on Twitter and we follow back. Today is the 26th of January 2022. So we continue covering Nyama Chinese who are invading our communal lands. And so the Chinese embassy had to reply. And so the Chinese authorities have aggressively waded into the standoff between Beijing's companies operating in Zimbabwe and the superfluous non-governmental organizations, boasting that without the world powers investments, Harare would be candle-lit and struggling without internet. China has emerged as the biggest source of investment into Zimbabwe since Harare's diplomatic tiff with Western powers 2 decades ago, which led to a damaging embargo whose cost to the economy has been estimated at about $100 billion. Despite injections of at least $2.5 billion, Chinese multinationals have had a frustrating time in Zimbabwe, where they face accusations spanning from labor and human rights violations to environmental degradation, tax evasion, and foreign currency externalization. Beijing has refused the claims. Confrontations hit tipping point on Friday after another rebuttal by 27 NGOs who claimed in a statement that Chinese firms were displacing hundreds of villagers from chrome fields, gold claims, coal mines in their hunt for Zimbabwe's mineral resources. Other reports have slammed Chinese investors for digging up graves and dismantling ecological sensitive forests in an accelerated exploitation of minerals in Zimbabwe. The Chinese embassy said the dubious NGO's combative claim stinks of a hideous agenda from groups that make a living from political advocacy. It said they ignored China's huge investments which propped up Harare's flattening economy. Were it not for China's funding, support and the work of Chinese companies in ICT and power generation, even the statement in question would perhaps have to be scribed on a piece of paper in a candlelight room and never finds its way on a functioning internet. Chinese diplomats in a statement: how can a few unsubstantiated stories be used to negate China's real enormous contribution to the development of Zimbabwe and the improvement of the well-being of ordinary citizens? The embassy said. The embassy claimed that NGOs work power into insignificance compared to 100,000 Zimbabweans employed by Chinese companies. Suffice to say that they are significantly outnumbered by the Zimbabwean employees working in companies established with Chinese investment and outnumbered by the ordinary Zimbabwean citizens who are benefiting from China-Zimbabwe cooperation. Chinese state-owned and private businesses have been making great contribution to the improvement of local people's livelihoods. Dragging Chinese investors into political sideshows or making them victims of domestic political vendettas hurts the people of Zimbabwe and the development of the country as a whole. It is a way of extending sanctions by trying to force Chinese investment out of the country to make Zimbabwe more vulnerable. What is most said about the statement is that it ignores the wolf in the room that is truly threatening the lives of local people, that is the sanctions, added the embassy. On Sunday, the Chamber of Chinese Enterprise in Zimbabwe also attacked the NGOs. In a statement, the CCEZ, which represents some of the world's biggest corporations, came close to admitting seriousness transgression by its members, but quickly reminded the NGOs that it is not within our space to correct perceived legal gaps or inadequacies in laws in the country. We strongly deplore and oppose groundless accusations that are malicious and driven by falsehoods, the CCEZ hit back. Our member companies employs more than 100,000 local people throughout different sectors, worth billions in US dollars of investment. We've done this heeding the clarion call that Zimbabwe is open for business and in line with Zimbabwe's aspiration targets, such as achieving a $12 billion mining economy by 2023 and Vision 2030 of achieving and upper middle income economy by 2030. Instead of engaging in microphone diplomacy and manipulating of public opinion, anyone or any civil society can resort to legal means if any of our member companies does anything illegal. People who engage in microphone diplomacy always have their clandestine political agendas, said the CCEZ. So guys, this is what the Chinese are saying regarding to the ongoing war between the NGOs who are standing firm, saying that these Chinese, they are exploiting our rural areas, our communal areas, they are displacing people. Some of these guys are even doing mining panimakuwa yemagamba akashaya kudhara amwe masangano era varongopinda nemomo vachitongo cheka miti vachita zvanenge vachitongoita and these guys, they don't even respect our traditional leaders. And saka ngatitora in the comment section. This is daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. They're saying that we are bringing in money in Zimbabwe, and China daingesipo tingadai tisina kana internet in 2022. No matter how the Chinese, you guys are ignoring the fact that we as the Chinese tunoya Zimbabwe to look for investment towards what jumbo ma key sectors are good investments totedza mutemo inotaurwa nehurumende yenyu andika isusu toita basa redu andika hatinei nekuti hanzi zvakamira sechiri kuita aiwa hurumende yenyu ndio inenge yatipa mvumo. We follow the procedures and Zimbabwe is open for business. Tinoya zvakanaka, hatiuye tichimanikidza hurumende yenyu aiwa tinoya zvakanaka, and we are employing more than 100,000 Zimbabweans who are benefiting from our investment here in Zimbabwe. So the blame is on the government, and that's the blame on the government and other politicians who are benefiting from these guys, my Chinese. Vanozorega kuti nzvimbo iyi kutaurwa iyi inzvimbo yekutoti mune vanhu varipo, at the same time mune masanga anoera, makoma anoera, but they don't care. What they care of is this guy is an investor, ane big, ane mari, saka mupei nzvimbo iyi aite zvaari kuita. Vanhu ava tivatsvagira pamwe pekuenda, handika ava nzvimbo dzakazara tinongomuvha vanhu ava toendera uku. But again, to these guys build zvanenge vapromisa here dzimba kuvanhu, roads and everything, do they do that? I don't think so. Vanhu ava vatori more concerned more about the minerals inenge iri paground. Once you are dispersed vatongovharana zvakadaro. We've seen it in Chiadzwa there, nemadiamonds akabuda kuchiadzwa aiwa tingadai tine general hospital hombe muZimbabwe iri kwaMutare kwaManicaland, but hakuna chiriko, hakuna kana chiriko. These guys vakatora zvavakatora vakaenda, and zvanga zviripo zvato worse because vakasiya vakwadza zvakare environment. So these guys, they're just in it for themselves. It's because of bad politicians who are in Zimbabwe vanongoda kuti ivo vagu. So I personally blame the Zimbabwean government of allowing my Chinese kuti auye aita zvaari kuita, and again not hold them accountable for zvavanenge vasiya vaita, and not even fulfilling some of their promises avanenge vaita ivo. And so guys, this is a daily news, breaking news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. We're gonna keep following this whole story because it's very interesting, because so many of our grandmothers, grandfathers, brothers and sisters are being affected by these Chinese varikuya as investors who displace vanhu, and because vanenge vaita zvanenge vachida, they're saying, you know what, we are creating employment for the locals. Saka aiwa isusu totongochedzero mitemo yemunyika menyu. So you guys, kana mune problems amunenge munawo, you need to go to court, and yes, moendesa that investor ku court kutoti mukwanise kuti asi kurura nyaya dzenyu nekodzero dzenyu. But isusu, we are just following the rules of the country, which is Zimbabwe. So the politicians are the problem here, and vari kuallow vanhu kuti vauye, at the same time issuing them certificates avanozorega kutoti apa nzvimbo iyi haite. And so this is our daily news, breaking news, everyday news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Keep you guys in the loop here on this channel. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our new uploads that we do upload here. And but anyway, what do we need, my Chinese, if we can do it ourselves? And why can't we just import those machines, a chrome or a granite stone here? Tongo zvitira isusu tega, and we create employment ourselves. Why do we need my Chinese kuti auye kuzoita izvozvo? And iwo achiya kuzotsvara minerals edu. Come on guys, it doesn't make sense. Why can't we just do it ourselves? I don't know. Daily news, breaking news, everyday news. Bless up.